Okay, what's up, everyone? Swinging Bull here with PB Alerts, and welcome to another one of my earnings streams. Do this every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And today we have Dropbox reporting, and then we also have OKTA reporting. And let me go to two chart view real quick and put these in so everyone knows what Dropbox is. Well, it's actually Box Inc. So it's software IT services. Okay, and the company. They enable organizations to drive collaborations, manage content, things of that nature. So it's a software company. I am a favorite of software companies this year. So that's something there. And then the other stock that's reporting is OKTA. And they're also a software company. So two software companies reporting today. Very interested to see what their reactions are going to be. So I got the charts pulled up here. Let me go to Trading View actually, and leave it on the 5-minute chart for now. Let me see. Also, just a reminder about our second annual Traders Paradise event. It's an in-person event in Chicago, June 9th through the 12th. There's a link in the description. I'll take you to all the information regarding that event and where you can get your tickets and everything. Box, they're supposed to report at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, so about 4 more minutes for that. The forecast for the EPS 0.26, and the forecast for the revenue 274.4 million, and they're trading just above their anchored VWAP. Their anchored VWAP's like right around $31 a share. So they closed the regular session at $31.47 a share. So they're awaiting earnings. It looks like OKTA, the other software company, has reported. They're down 8%, 9% now in after hours. And yeah, they reported right at 4 p.m. Eastern. So their data's out. Just real quick, the forecast was 77 cents a share for EPS was 0.77, and the forecast of revenue was 679.7 million. Let me see if I can get the EPS and revenue and any guidance for OKTA, because they obviously already reported, and they were trading well above their anchored VWAP. Their anchored VWAP's around $110 a share. So let's go back here. They are getting a negative reaction. So give me 1 sec, and I'll get their data, and I can post that for everybody. OKTA. All right. Let's see what investors are seeing and why they don't like it. Okay, right here. So I'm showing OKTA. I'm thinking it's something guidance related, why they're selling off here. This is from the earnings correspondent. Heiko earnings, we can definitely check it out. Did you mean Geico or Heiko? But for OKTA, it's a software company. Their EPS came in at 0.86, beat EPS by 12%. Revenue, they beat by 1%. Year-over-year numbers are pretty good. Let's find out why they're selling off here. It's maybe they withheld guidance because of the tariffs again. Let's just see here, and we should get the data for Box any minute now. Hey, what's up, Blue Brain? Heiko, got you. Okay, yeah, we'll check that out here in a sec. Absolutely. Let's scroll down on my other screen. Now for OKTA, their subscription revenue hit 673 million. Okay, they did post an operating loss, 39 million, and they also have they did a net. Okay, so they have negative net income. That's a problem for them. 62 million net loss. That's probably why investors aren't liking what they're seeing here. They're operating at a loss. They can't pull a profit. 62 million net loss. But going into the earnings, let's see if that's kind of what the MO has been. Just go to the income statement. No, I mean, they're coming off back-to-back quarters of positive net income. They were kind of on a roll there for a little bit, 3 quarters back-to-back, but they just reported a negative net loss, a negative net income, which is a net loss. So that's what the problem is there. Yeah, Rashid, they did beat EPS, they did beat revenue, but they reported a net loss, a pretty sizable one, 62 million. That's even a bigger net loss than they took back here. So that's what I think investors aren't liking right now. They didn't pull a profit after pulling a profit 3 quarters in a row. So that's kind of like they did a 180 there in the bad way. Debt to asset ratio was good going into the earnings, so I don't think they have any issues with debt and debt to asset. Going into the earnings, they were sitting on $2.5 billion in cash and equivalents. So I like the company. I do like the company outside of the fact they can't pull a profit, but some of their fundamentals are okay. Like the debt to asset ratio is good. They're sitting on a lot of cash, 2.5 billion in cash. Okay, so they reported a 62 million net loss. Well, divide that from 2.5 billion. They got a lot of runway, right? They have a lot of cash. They got a lot of runway. I don't think the company's in trouble or anything like that. But they didn't pull a profit after pulling profits 3 quarters back to back in a row prior to today. So I'm pretty sure that's why investors aren't liking what they're seeing and it's selling off. But let me check some other thing. It is 4:06 p.m. Eastern. Let me go back to the sticks. Okay. Now, again, both of these are software companies. One's selling off and one's getting a positive reaction. That's BOX. Let me check BOX just real quick. Okay. Let me post the EPS and revenue for Okta real quick. I'll put that on the bottom of my screen while we're going over BOX. About 4:06 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, but we were talking about that before. They did double, Okta did double beat, but they didn't pull a profit. I think that's what's hurting them. Okay. All right, let's switch over to BOX just for a second. The reaction's in for Okta. It's a negative reaction. It doesn't look like it's trying to bounce back either. It's kind of just hanging out here. So we'll just kind of wait for a bottom to form. Then we'll draw out some levels for everybody. Okay, BOX earnings are out. They also double beat. Their forecast for EPS was 0.26. They just reported 0.30. So they beat by 15%. Revenue forecast was 274 million. They just reported 276 million. So double beat on BOX. Let me check a couple other things real quick. Kind of a mixed bag with expectations for BOX going into the earnings. OKTA just made a new after hours low. I'll go 1 minute chart on that just for a sec. There we go. Okay. That kind of made that infamous bearish H pattern we trade all the time, right? Okay, let me check a few other things. So BOX had an initial positive reaction. It is up 13% in after hours here. Looking like a congrats to the BOX bulls. Let's see if it holds up. Here's a statement from OKTA CEO. Okta had a solid start, highlighted by record operating profit and another quarter of robust free cash flow. The world's biggest organizations continue to turn to Okta to solve identity security across their workforces. Okay, I'm kind of getting mixed data here. Let's see here. Okay, yes. So they Q1 of this year they did lose $40 million. Let me go back here, and they do have 238 million in free cash flow. Okay, so not all bad with Okta, but they're definitely getting a negative reaction, and net income I think is where they took the biggest hit here. So they lost 62 million. That's down 255% year over year. on the negative net income. So that's really hurting them there. Operating income down 183% year over year. So kind of sticking out like a sore thumb there with that negative net income. That's the problem with Okta right now. Look like it's trying to form a bottom. I'll drop a fib on here real quick. Let's see where some of these levels are at. Okay, so kind of still bottom feeding. Hasn't even retraced 25% yet. 25% retrace, put it at 114.50 a share. It's trading at 111.75 right now, so it's going to have to wait for it to start bottoming out. Back over to Box just for a second. They had an initial positive reaction. They pulled back like 50% though. Let's see where this one's at. I'll go right here. Okay, let me go 1 minute chart on there. That's fine. There we go. I'll put it right here. So they retraced, yeah, 50%. I was right on the money with that one. Right around 35 bucks a share. It's going to be 50% retrace on that one. Okay. Okay, going into the earnings, Box did have a very positive PE ratios. The forecast 170, EPS positive $1.35, 140 free float, 140 million free float. Their financials were good coming into this earnings. Great year over year numbers. Debt to asset 88%, a little on the high side, but not over leveraged, if you will. And they're sitting on 722 million in cash and equivalents going into the earnings. So okay, so Box still sitting at 50% retrace. Let's see if it can hold up there. The golden ratio is around $34 a share. So definitely, for the bulls, definitely would like 34 bucks to hold here in after hours. If and when it even gets down there. Right now it's sitting around 35 bucks a share. Okay. Some of the highlights for Box earnings. Billings rose to 242 million, and that marks 27% year over year growth. Short-term RPO climbed to 812 million, that's up 13%. And long-term RPO reached 657 million, that's up 32%. Good numbers by Box. Unveiled new Box AI agents and launched Box AI for mobile and Box Archive. Partnerships. They expanded partnerships with IBM, Google, Microsoft, ServiceNow, and Salesforce, all to enhance AI capabilities. So they're definitely partnering with the right companies. And they repurchased 1.6 million shares, which was worth approximately $50 million. There's still 152 million buyback remaining. That's $152 million worth of buyback for their repurchase program. Okta had a 62 million income, not loss. Okay, thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was getting mixed info here. That's what we were saying earlier. Yeah, okay, so 62 million income. It was red because it was the year over year was down, but positive net income. Okay, thanks for clarifying that, Tim, on Twitter. Appreciate you. But even though it was positive, let me go back here to Okta real quick. Yeah, even though it was 62 million positive net income, that's down 250% year over year. That's not good, even though it was positive net income. But I do appreciate the clarification there, Tim. Okay, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything relevant on Box. Okay, statement from the CEO. We are at a pivotal moment in history where AI is revolutionizing work and business. That was said by Aaron Levy. He's the co-founder and CEO of BOX. The CFO says we achieved robust first quarter results, surpassing our guidance and delivering double-digit growth in both billings and short-term RPO. Okay, let's go back to Okta. Okay, the question is there going to be dip buyers on Okta? Because, you know, I know some of the year-over-year numbers weren't good, but nonetheless, they pulled the profit. They got low debt. They're sitting on a bunch of cash. It's not all too bad. This could be looked at as maybe a discount for anyone that's already long on it. Maybe discount on the shares there. And if I'm reading this right, it looks like Okta even raised guidance a little bit, and they're still getting a negative reaction. So that's a little unusual. Okay, Okta cites macro issues. Okay. Okta earnings. Okay, there were some people that had some hedge that were long on Okta and had some hedge trades. It was the May 30th, only 3 days. The one. Okay, I see what they did there. The 110 put, and they were also long the 150 call May 30th as a hedge. Let's look at this here. Let me show everyone how to get to the earnings call for Okta. I think a lot of people are here for Okta, to be honest with you. Just maybe they get a secondary move when they do the web call. I'll post the link for everyone as well. Okay, so this is their investor relations page. And you can see the latest quarter here. You got the press release for the data and then the link right here for the webcast. You can even scroll down a little bit further if you want. You can see right here, May 27th, 2025. It's the first quarter financial results. And you got a link right here to the webcast. You just click on that. And they might have you fill out a little form to get into the web call. But I'll post this link here. Yeah, Tim, I get what you're saying. They had positive net income, but the year-over-year number, they were down 250%. That's what I'm trying to say. So yes, positive net income, I get it. But that's down 255% year over year. So that's the point I'm trying to make there, buddy. Okay, let me post this link here. That's going to get you into the Okta earnings web call. All right, let me move this back over. And I'll show everyone how to get to the BOX earnings web call as well. Okay, this is how to get to the BOX web call. Again, I'm just going to scroll down to the events, and you can see the link right here, listen to webcast. So I'll post that link for everyone as well. Okay, there we go. Just about 4:20 p.m. Eastern. All right, let's go back to the sticks just for a second. Okay, Okta is trying to bottom out here. It's still kind of bottom feeding, but nonetheless, it's trading sideways. So that's something. Looks like they're trying to bottom out, so that's good. And BOX had a initial positive reaction, and they're basically just trading around 35 bucks. That's 50% retrace from the pump. So we'll see if they can stabilize there and maybe go for another run to after hours high. We'll see. So we got our reactions. It's looking like a grats to the BOX bulls. Looking like a grats to the Okta bears for now. Overall, I think Okta will be fine. So let's switch back here to just want to wrap up the stream with the again, just a reminder about our second annual Traders Paradise in-person event. It's in Chicago this year, June 9th through 12th. Last year we did it in Delray Beach. I live in Florida, so I just drove over there in my truck. It was great meeting everyone. We did live trading every morning. So if you're going to come to this in-person event, make sure you bring your laptops. You can trade in the morning with us. And it's going to be a blast. There's a link in the description that'll take you to all the info. But we've already sold quite a few tickets. And it's going to be at the Hyatt Regency in O'Hare, Chicago. 4-day event. There's going to be interactive workshops. There's going to be master classes on advanced options trading and swing trading. The owner of the Discord group, Austin, he goes by Big Quench on the Discord. He's going to show everyone his advanced range trading strategy. He's been trading that for years, making some great money using it. He's going to show everyone exactly how to do it. Then we get the AI and tech space deep dive. That's going to be fun. Lou Bassanisi is going to be there speaking to everyone. He's been on Fox News and MSNBC and all those big financial media outlets. It's going to be nice to meet Lou in person and pick his brain a little bit. And then they're also releasing a new Trading View indicator. And there's going to be some private dinners. There's some really good conversations going on behind closed doors at those dinners. So it's just going to be a blast all the way around. Well, once you get your tickets, though, make sure to call the Hyatt Regency right away. We did reserve 50 hotel rooms. We got a block of 50 hotel rooms that are discounted. So once you get your ticket, make sure to call the hotel so you can get that discounted room. But yeah, look forward to meeting anyone that didn't attend Delray Beach last year. It's going to be a great event. Again, it's in Chicago from June 9th through 12th. If you're looking for a new trading home, you can join our Discord. You can join our Discord for free. It doesn't even cost anything. See how you like the free section, kind of go from there. Yeah, that's all I got for today. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll definitely be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow's the big one, NVIDIA. All eyes on NVIDIA tomorrow for their earnings. So yeah, that's all I got for today. It's almost 4:30 p.m. Eastern. If you do end up coming to the Traders Paradise event in Chicago, I definitely look forward to meeting you. But I hope everyone has a great night. I'll chat with everyone very, very soon. Cheers, y'all. Bye.